Hi, this is Paul de Bakker. I'm with Level 1 Kites USA. Note the USA. We are a 100% subsidiary. Are we a subsidiary? No, we're a standalone business. 100% licensed by Level 1 Germany, the original Level 1. And this spring we're opening up shop and we're going to bring some German sport kites from Europe to the US. So we're focusing on sport kites, on dual line sport kites, and that has basically a historical reason. Level 1 has always been primarily a dual line sport kite manufacturer, distributor. I have always primarily been a dual line flyer / performer, so it's a natural fit that way. It's still dual lines out of any kites still have my heart. So way back in the mid 90s when I started flying kites, I immediately, or after a year or two or so, was involved with Level 1 there. We go way back. Jens over there is still one of my close personal friends. We talked a lot throughout the years, throughout the decades. I moved to the States, but never lost touch, never stopped flying kites, and now seems to be a good time to rekindle that partnership again. So yeah, that's why. So we've got the US kite industry, and we've got the which is a niche industry. Then you've got the sport kites within that even more niche. At the same time, though, I do honestly feel that we're definitely on the upswing of interest in flying kites again, and now feels like a good time to be a part of that and to introduce or reintroduce, I should say, Level 1 kites to the American market. What we will be doing basically is Jens and the Level 1 factory in Europe will be providing us with sales, parts, bridles, bags, lots of bags, and Goodwin's Composites here in the United States will be providing us with the carbon fiber for the frames, and we'll be putting them together here in the US, and that's it. The finished product will be presented here and sold here. We'll be doing a direct-to-customer sales model, which sort of, in the past, there were distributors, there were wholesalers, and then there were retailers. And it's just not there anymore. The market does not allow for that business model. So we're going to go straight to the customer, and the customer will be having a very, very short path to the people that have actually designed their kites, which we think is a good thing. So yeah, and we're excited that we just received our first batch of sales from Germany. I've got a small batch of carbon fiber here. I have, as I said, lots of bags. Lots of sales. There's many more down there. And we're going to get building soon, now. So we'll be carrying 3 models from the get-go. 2 of those 3 will be split into 2 submodels, a standard and an ultralight. So we'll have the 111, which is a very large, very slow, very easy to fly, very big presence in the sky type kite. Did I mention easy to fly already? I think I did, but it's easy to fly. It still does a bunch of tricks, but that's just not the emphasis of the kite. And if you are an aspiring pair, an aspiring team, you want to maybe look at that one as well. Reloaded is the other one. Comes, as I said, in ultralight, comes in standard version. And they would be geared towards people with a little bit less space in their usual flying habitat. Street kiting, urban kiting, a great kite for that. It's a smaller form factor, you fly it on shorter lines, flies in next to no wind, especially the ultralight version. So that's a cool little kite to at all times basically have in the trunk of your car. And can I play favorites? I can play favorites. The Badass, love the Badass. Old school meets new school freestyle type kite. The ultralight is flying in nothing. I was shocked. What I didn't mention is that all these level 1s are pultruded frames. So sturdy, one-piece leading edges, one-piece spreaders. Nothing is ever going to break on them, basically. And you would expect with that, maybe, that an ultralight kite does not fly in super low winds, and yet, Badass ultralight, I've flown it in no wind whatsoever. None. And I have witnesses doing that. The standard just bangs out every trick in the book. Both of them will combine that trick ability with just a very smooth old school type of flying style. It will not be as precise as the 111, but it will just be smooth and fun, and it will be that perfect kite for a 100-foot line set on the beach. Just my opinion. So to complement our new kite line here in the US, we also are going to offer an exclusive line of lines? Sure. A line of lines. It's the Matrix line, and 100-pound lines, 150-pound lines, 75 foot and 100 foot. So those are the four different parameters there, and the combinations you can get. It's pre-measured, pre-stretched, pre-sleeved, pre-wound, not pre-flown though. This is what it looks like. Bright orange, which means you can see it really well. You can see it really well in the sky, be it blue sky, be it gray sky. You can see it really well in the grass when it's on the ground. You can see it really well on the beach. We've seen all kinds of colors of line, and the orange color to me is a very useful color. In addition, I personally love orange. So yeah, there's that too. It's a great line, ultra high molecular polyethylene line, which is the chemical name for all the known trade names as Spectra and Dyneema. So it's good. I've flown it. I am flying it. I like it, and the price quality ratio, just like with anything else at level 1, is just great with this stuff. So take a look at that as well. As to the way these kites fly, I realize to a lot of you, this is a new name, this is a new kite, and of course I'm going to be biased. And when I tell you this kite is good, of course you're going to say, well, you're biased. Yeah, I am biased. I've been flying for a very long time. I've been flying competitively. I've been winning a few competitions. I can fly whatever I want to. I'm not going to spend my time on the flying field flying something that doesn't fly well. It's really that simple. If I'm going to stand behind the product, stand behind a kite, it is because I really like flying it. So don't take my word for it. We're going to set up some kind of demo program to where you can grab a kite, have a kite sent to you. You pay the shipping for the kite. It's going to be sent to you. When you're done with it, obviously it's going to be logged. We're going to know where it's going. When you're done with it, you either send it back to us or you send it to the next person. We'll figure that one out. We're going to get it in your hands for a test fly, but I promise you, these are good kites. These are fun kites. I started out flying these kites back in the mid-90s, and I'm still drawn to them. So in the future, yeah, Jens and I designed kites for level 1 in the past. I've had my finger in numerous of their designs throughout the late 90s, early 2000s, and we are talking about some renewed collaboration in that regard. So looking forward to what the future brings there as well. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. I got stuff to do. I got, as I said, I got kites to put together. Kites to put together. I already showed you the other batch. I got boxes and boxes of kites to put together. That's what we'll be doing. Y'all have a good time.